Hey guys, we're gonna go try to beat Five Nights at Freddy's without light. Okay, whatever. We're gonna go beat it without using the lights. So, I know you don't want to hear my nasty voice. I know you just want to, actually watch the actual video. But before we do, hope you guys listen to this because this is basically me explaining how their AI works. So let's go. So how their AI works is basically very simple. Basically, let's say Bonnie as an example. So Bonnie will have a random number, let's say 5, and after you got his number, another number will show up and it'll randomly generate a random number, and whatever number you get, basically Bonnie's number is 5. So the number that he randomly generated, if the number he got is higher, like Bonnie has 5, while he let's say Bonnie has, like, let's say Bonnie's level is 5, and then a random number generator generated a 7. That would mean he can't move because 7 is a bigger than number 5. But let's say if it's 2, and then he can move. Basically, basically lower the num. So basically Bonnie's so basically Bonnie. Okay, basically the lower the number, the easier is that. Okay, lower the number basically means Bonnie's gonna get easier, and the higher the number means he's gonna get harder. It's not just for Bonnie either. It's actually for Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Freddy. Bonnie and Chica are basically the same. The only difference about them is their path, and that's it. Freddy is the same but kind of different. He acts differently. He goes to different locations, and yeah, Foxy is completely different. Well, not really. He's still the same. It's just that the only different about him is that he has like a counter or something like that. So basically, if you look at him, basically, if Foxy has a random generator, not random generator, but like it has a random number, and then you look at him, whatever number Foxy has, he would never move. So basically, that's his difficulty is 20, and then he got a 20, but you're looking at him, he still won't move just because you're looking at him. He can only move if you're not looking at him. So yeah, that's how their the AI works. If you don't know, yeah. By the way, there are two people. I can't remember who made a video about that. I can't remember their names, but yeah. So yeah. But anyways, let's get right to the video. So yeah. So how did how how was how's night one was? Night one was pretty easy. It wasn't really too difficult, but it was pretty easy. It wasn't like extremely difficult, but it's easy, you can say. So it was pretty easy, not really difficult. Yeah, Bonnie didn't move at all until like 3 a.m. and Foxy moved like when it was like 5. And yeah, so okay, I guess to night 2. Wow, that was super easy. So yeah, night 1 done. Cool. Alright, night 2. What did night 2 do? It was a bit trickier, but again, I was still able to pull it off. And again, I survived. Chica actually started moving, and Foxy was moving by a little bit, but wasn't moving as much. Freddy still didn't move at all. Bonnie was moving, like, some of the times. And, yeah. No, it wasn't really too difficult. But, yeah. Again, it was just night 1, but a little trickier, but not really. But, anyways, alright, night 3. Alright. Night 3 is where things get serious. This is where the challenge really starts. Because, here's the thing. when I first started, when I started, Bonnie, like, moved, like, literally immediately. So now Bonnie's not loose. Chica moved, like, later, like, I think in 2 a.m. But, yeah. And, yeah, it was pretty tricky. I mean, by pretty tricky, I died, like, the third time, and it was, like, my fourth step of doing it. And I beat it, and, yeah. It wasn't really difficult by chance, but there's one problem. Bonnie and Chica, because the point of the light so you can tell if they're there or not, but I can tell they were there because of a sound effect they do. It's basically them walking around like footsteps. Cool. And, yeah. So, yeah. Night 4. So this one is basically okay. So night 4 got really, really difficult. Like how difficult? Like a lot difficult. So it's like a lot harder than night 3. It was basically like night 3 on steroids. Yeah, that was just how insane it was. So how did I do this? Um, you know, I tried, and then eventually beat it. Yeah, I don't remember how many times it took me to beat it. I can't remember if I have to guess, probably like my 12th attempt. So yeah, it took a long time, and also now it's time to explain Freddy and Foxy's mechanics because I already explained Bonnie and Chica's because Bonnie and Chica's are literally the same. So what about Freddy? Well, Freddy is the same thing as Bonnie and Chica, but the only difference is that his AI is basically the same thing as Foxy and Bonnie's. Let me explain. So, Freddy, again, if you look at him, he won't move, just like Foxy, but he'll move at some certain points if you don't look at him for too long, just like, Foxy. And also, another thing, Freddy's, like, a lot smarter than any of the animatronics. Foxy just rushes in, Bonnie and Chica trying to be stealthy, but they suck at their job. Freddy is just straight up trying to be a ninja at this point. It was really hard tell where he is because I have to, keep checking on him. And also another thing about this challenge, that means I have to use the cameras more often because while trying to check on the animatronics, I still have to like pull down my camera and like close the doors while I have to check on them, but I can't check the lights. Yeah, and also there's another thing. For some reason, Bonnie can teleport. Yeah, if you don't know, if Bonnie goes to the supply closet, and then if you open your cams, and then if you hear, like, and then if you hear footsteps, he will directly go to your door. He will not even go to the hallway. He will literally directly go to your door. Like he'll be at the closet, and then when he moves, he would just straight up go to your door. It doesn't matter. He used to go to your door. And also another thing, whenever you get rid of Bonnie, Bonnie always goes to the hallway. But Chico, she always, and I mean always, goes to the kitchen. Not the kitchen, but the dining room. The dining room, yeah. So, yeah. That was it for night 4. It was a lot more trickier. A lot trickier. A little trickier. A lot more trickier. Now it's time for night 5. This is the point where I was just about to give up. Yeah, it was super hard. I couldn't tell how many times I died. I died like so many times. Like I don't know how many times I died. Like it took me forever. Like if I have to say how many times, I'll say like basically around like 100 at least. Yeah, it took me like pretty much goddamn forever. But yeah, so basically how I did it was super simple, which I mean by super simple, I mean by it wasn't simple, it was stupidly hard, and also I was about to cry. So yeah, this is the point where Freddy starts showing up a lot more, and yeah, same thing. I think Freddy sometimes did show up, but because I wasn't checking on him for long, also same thing for Foxy. But night 5 is where they basically just show up, like, every single time. Doesn't matter. Like, they just move so fast. Like, they move so fast in fact, where they can move to, like, Mach 2. Which, if you don't know, which basically just means moving faster than sound. But, yeah. Yeah, they were so fast, and I died so many times, and I wasted so many hours. So, yeah. Now it's time for night 6. Oh boy. Let me first explain this. There's also another animatronic, Golden Freddy, but I haven't seen them in forever. Yeah, while doing this challenge, I haven't seen Golden Freddy, like, ever, so, yeah. How his AI works is basically the same, well, not really the same thing. So, basically, Golden Freddy's AI works is by, he will have, like, he'll have, like, a percentage. Basically, that percentage basically just means how rare he will appear.